All right, Jamie. So back to it. Red Raiders potentially playing on a Friday night. Cody Campbell, I'll read it one more time if you're just joining us and didn't hear it. Cody Campbell tweeted out a little bit earlier this afternoon. Friday night lights are sacred in the great state of Texas. It's absolutely absurd the Big 12 Conference and Fox Sports would consider scheduling Texas Tech and Houston on Friday night. He put October 18th, but it's actually September 18th what he means. I know that Brett Yormark is not a native Texan, but he's been here long enough to know better. Come on, man. Are you in agreement with Cody Campbell? First off, we don't know if this game is going to be on Friday night. We have not had any sort of official news. Mm-hmm. But obviously Cody Campbell's in the know on things. And with this tweet, the Big 12 is at least considering this move if they haven't already decided this. Are you in agreement with him that this game should not be on a Friday night or that there shouldn't even be Friday night football, college football in Texas?
I'll say this. I thoroughly enjoyed last year when a Big 12 game was featured on Friday nights. Okay?
Okay.
And if I'm going to sit here and tell you that I would enjoy that, I enjoy those Big 12 games, it would be a bit hypocritical for me to say, yeah, I enjoy all of you guys playing on Friday nights, but we shouldn't have to do it. Okay?
Yep.
I don't know what night of the week other states play. Okay? I know when I was in high school in New York, we sometimes played on Friday and we sometimes played on Saturdays.
Okay.
So I don't know, but I like the Big 12 being on Friday nights because I think it's a high profile matchup as far as there are not a lot of games on, and I've enjoyed watching them. I think the people that want to watch high school football go and watch high school football. The people that are into the Red Raiders go watch the Red Raiders. Is there a little bit of crossover? Sure there is, no question.
Yeah.
Okay. But again, I like the Friday night games for the Big 12. I think they should do it because it gets them a big audience. And so if I think that Iowa State and Kansas State should do it or Houston and TCU should do it, I don't think that we should be exempt from that.
I am not taking a hard stance either way, which is terrible for sports talk radio, because I am biased, especially at this point in my life. For me personally, I got a kid that plays on Friday nights. Cody Campbell also has a kid that's playing on Friday nights right now. So I'm sure that's factoring into his decision. Everybody that's lived in Texas, West Texas especially, but I'd say all over the state of Texas, football's king. High school football is supposed to be king on Friday nights. When you get into the weeds of small towns, you see small towns shut down for a Friday, and everybody's going to watch that team if they're on the road. Everybody's going to watch that team at home.
So does that mean that is college football king on Saturdays?
I think it is.
Yeah. So the NFL shouldn't be allowed to play on Saturdays.
Oh, I would love if we relegated that too. Personally.
But they do, don't they?
But they do.
Yeah.
No, so I'm saying I'm not taking a stance because I also can separate and understand the business side of things. This is the best business thing for the Big 12.
I agree.
Where if you've got...
And me as a Big 12 fan, I thoroughly enjoy it.
I will also say, when I go on a road trip on a Friday night, I love when there's a Friday night Big 12 game that I can sit and watch on the road, because it's like, hey, that's what I'm doing with my Friday night. I'll sit and watch this game. I totally understand both sides of it.
I to a certain degree, I do.
I get why we want to keep Friday night sacred in the state of Texas for high school football. And I think if you ask Joey McGuire this question, who is a high school coach at heart, he's going to tell you he doesn't want to play on Friday nights.
Yeah. It makes sense for Joey McGuire to say that, or any other coach in the state of Texas, because they want to show respect to the high school coaches.
Right. But you're in a position, if you're in the SEC or the Big Ten right now, you can gripe about this more. I think you would have much more of a gripe, like, why are we playing on Friday? Because those two are fine without the extra. Right now in the Big 12 Conference, you're in a position of playing catch-up. So if you can go get a game on a Friday night that draws 2 million viewers, when the same game on Saturday is drawing 800,000 or 500,000, you've got to do what's best for your conference.
Every week in SEC baseball, they pick one series and have it start on Thursday.
Yeah, it's for that purpose. Yeah,
I watch that game almost every Thursday night, whoever it is, because the only other team that's playing is BYU and somebody else, right?
Yeah.
And so I'll watch those two games, right? I'll bounce back and forth watching those two games. I think it's smart marketing and promotion and all that for the league. You get the big numbers as far as viewership goes.
So here's an example. West Virginia BYU last year. Maybe a bad example because BYU is involved in the game, but 1.46 million viewers in a Week 6 game. Here's one that's outside the Big 12. Friday night, South Florida and North Texas. 1.1 million viewers for a game that maybe draws 200,000 on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Maybe. For North Texas and South Florida. People that are just sports fans, football fans that are sitting around on a Friday night are going to watch a football game in general. They're going to turn it on and watch it because it's there. Tulsa, Oklahoma State early season last year was a Friday game. I remember watching this one because OSU lost. 1.57 million viewers.
Yeah.
That's an Oklahoma State team that didn't win a conference game the year before. That's not a good Tulsa team, and it got 1.5 million people to watch. Now we're talking about putting a marquee game, and maybe this is where it's more of a problem. Because Houston and Texas Tech are two of your top 5 teams in the league coming in.